technically there,
We made it
but
though.
we had to record this beforehand.
Yeah.
It was a great trip.
Had a great time.
It was fucking
We're
fantastic.
back.
Vegas is different.
Yeah, Vegas
In
hits.
person.
Yeah, Las Vegas. It's
But-
our first time. It was our first time.
Yeah, I mean, it was killer, dude.
Yeah.
In
What
studio.
was the best part of Vegas?
Oh, dude, ADCC.
ADCC.
We went there for this.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you fucks with jujitsu?
I don't. I know a lot of. I got a lot of buddies and clients who do it. Like one of my clients, Brandon Thompson. Y'all know Brandon.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
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 He,
Word.
he's big into it, so
Yeah,
I
hell
talk
yeah.
to him about it a lot.
Hell yeah, dude. Yeah, I just rolled with him for the first time at team training, like, damn, dude, a few weeks ago now. But like, we had basically one of our header instructors. I don't know what the lineage you would call that, but like Sean Applegate, which is like 10 Planet Atlanta, he came down and taught a seminar, and then you do like promotions, and then the teams from several different spots are in one location, and then they train together.
Okay.
And I happened to roll with him there. It was
nice.
like the first time, which is weird because I've known him and Heath for so long,
Yeah.
and that was like the first time. But are y'all related in any way?
No, it's just oddly enough, we have the same
Yeah.
last name.
Yeah.
I actually knew him before I got into barbering. When I was doing like HVAC work, him and his
word.
Oh,
dad,
yeah.
you know, they have an HVAC company, and he was a client of ours. And when I got into barbering, he just happened to be a client at Wilfred, so kind of just connected.
Sick.
Word. That makes sense now because I see him post shit about HVAC stuff. And I'm
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
yeah, that's gotta suck. I mean, it's guaranteed work.
It's from what I understand, pretty good money.
Yeah, they can make some money.
Yeah.
yeah, they
Dude,
do
I
all
have
right.
some buddies of mine that are trying to get me into it, and he's like, "You want to make 3 figures?" And I was like, "I make 3 figures right
3
now.
figures?
Like, I make hundreds of dollars a month.
You
Like,
just don't have to crawl under a house right now. Do it.
yeah."
Yeah. Very true.
But dude, so we're like Eskimo brothers in a way.
Hold on.
Okay.
Did we introduce?
Oh damn, no, we
yeah.
didn't.
Let's introduce before we
Yeah,
go any
you started.
further.
Yeah, my bad.
Dummy. Go ahead. Introduce yourself.
My name's Chase Thompson. I'm a barber at Wilfred's Barbershop downtown Pensacola, Florida, obviously. I own a beard balm company called Thompson's Beard Balm that we've been selling for about 3 years now outside the shop, and we're starting to produce as a wholesaler. Do a couple other shops in salons in the near future. And as y'all know, I got a couple of celebrity barbers that I do, so that's
Yeah.
probably a big reason why I'm here.
Sick, dude.
Before we get into that, how did you come up with beard balm? Like,
Yeah, so about, I don't know, probably about a year into barbering, I noticed that our owner, Evan, he was like making some beard oils at the shop, and they really didn't sell too much, but, you know, he would make a couple of them and just have them up at the counter, you know, for sale. And I was like, man, that's a really good idea to like, and I was obviously had a beard, you know, and like the first thing you do when you have a beard is you try every product on, you know, under the sun.
we
So you
wouldn't
just,
know.
yeah, but if you do, you try a lot.
I
of
mean, good
different
for
products.
us to look out into
Yeah.
the future.
We'll keep
Right.
an eye out for sure.
So, man, I had tried bunches of different brands, and I never really liked anything particular that I was using, but I saw him making it, and I was like, man, this stuff kind of looks pretty easy to make. And I was like, I really like the balm consistency, though, not oil.
Yeah.
So I started just looking up YouTube videos of how to make it. It seemed pretty basic, pretty easy. And I was just going to make it for myself. So I started playing chemist at the kitchen, like looking like I was Breaking Bad, tubes and
Yeah.
oils and
There's bombs
shit
all over the
everywhere,
place. Yeah,
dude.
sticky
And just-
shit
Dude,
all
it
over the
was
place.
so bad.
Bunsen burners.
It
Oh,
took probably like 3 to 4 months to actually come up with a formula that like I actually liked, and
Yeah.
that would like I would personally use. And
What does going through a trial like that even look like? So do you mix whatever it is together and put it on your beard for like a day and see how it goes?
So like beard balm is it's a bunch of essential oils
okay,
mixed with beeswax. The beeswax is what hardens it
Yeah.
and what gives your beard hold. And then the essential oils help keep your face and the hair follicles lubricated, so you don't have that irritation, itchy feeling.
I have
And then
this-
you also put scents into it to make it smell good and whatnot. But yeah, I did that and finally came up with something, and I was bringing it to the shop, and a lot of our guys have beards, and they started using it. And we used to have a girl there. She don't work there anymore, but she was going to school for graphic design, and she was like, "Man, you should sell this. Like, I'll make your logo." And I was like, "Whatever."
Yeah.
But she was going to school, so she was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna make a logo anyway. So she
Yeah.
started drawing my logos, and they came out so good that I was like, well, shit.
Fuck
I
it,
guess
now
I
we
gotta
have to.
like
Yeah.
start doing this. And it literally, what's cool about the whole thing is it literally started as just a hobby. Like it was just something very organic. It wasn't forced at all. And she came up with 3 different logos, so we came up with 3 different smells. And because I wanted options, I didn't want just one scent, and maybe someone didn't like that scent and they just weren't going to buy it. So I wanted to have options, obviously. So she came up with the 3 logos. I came up with 3 scents, and we started selling it, and it just kind of took off. And it's just not a credit to me selling it. Like, it's also like all the other barbers that are there and the front staff, everybody helped push it, and everybody helped like bring the numbers up really high. So yeah, and we've just been doing it ever since, and it just getting to a point now where expansion needs to start happening. So yeah. And it was also like, something I definitely wanted to do for like Pensacola, because I love like the small business ideas of Pensacola, like Miss Jones Coffee and Big Jerk Soda, and like it's easy to like just come up with a product and like, oh, I'm just gonna sell it online, you know what I mean? But I have more fulfillment trying to get it big in Pensacola first. I'm from Pensacola. It's made in Pensacola. Let's see if we can expand
you're making
it
it on the street.
Right, you know what I mean? And word of mouth travels so much better here than if I was to sell it online to some dude in Washington. Well, if he says, hey, who you getting this stuff from? He's going to say, I get it online, But here, they're going to be like, oh, I get it at Wilford's, My barber makes it. So that gives me more fulfillment.
For sure.
Yeah, it's wild, dude. It's crazy what you can come up with if you put your mind to something.
Yeah.
Like, especially around here, like, there are plenty of opportunities or openings where a space isn't being filled, and something or somebody's idea, if they would just put a little bit of time to it, can fill that space. Like, I can't attest to the beard thing. I just have a mustache.
I can't. Yeah.
My thing gets a
I
little
don't even
wildly.
have a fucking mustache, bro.
Like, every once in a while, I'll get one that doesn't go down anymore and just curls up into my nose, and I'll be like, all day, I'll be like, all right, no.
My shit just looks dirty right now, dude. I just look like I got a dirty upper lip. That's about it, man. I mean,
you look
I'll
good,
get wild hairs,
clean.
fucking all like around the neck,
Well, see, y'all are
bro.
very lean guys, though. You can go with the, no facial hair.
Yeah, but hey, we don't have an option.
no,
we
we
gotta
have
stay
It makes
lean.
us look more
Okay.
lean,
we have
trust me.
to.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie though. Like,
I don't know
I would
what.
trade it for a beard.
I'd
I'd give up my
But
body.
here's the thing, though, man, is I don't know how we would look with beards.
You cannot pull off.
I don't
Dude,
think
thought
I
the
could
same
do
thing.
it.
All my friends think I was a cop before I got into barber.
Ooh, I
Like,
can
because
see
I
that.
had a very short hairstyle and clean shaven face always.
Yeah, correctional
Always.
officer or
So
something.
Everyone thought I was a cop.
Yeah.
Even they look at photos and like, dude, you're a cop. And I'm like,
Dude,
bro,
you're a
no, I wasn't a cop. But
Not a cop.
everyone thought I was. Or military. I mean, obviously being from here,
Yeah.
But yeah, I didn't get to grow until I was like 28 though, 27, 28.
Yeah,
and I was like, dude, I'm gonna look weird with a beard.
See, but that's the thing.
But-
My dad had a mustache when he was like 14.
Right.
And like started growing a beard in fucking
And your
high
brothers
school.
are a little hairy.
Oh, Hayden's got
little hairy.
got some fucking
A little hairy.
Yeah,
okay,
Hayden-
a little hairy.
little bro's got his fucking Sasquatch on him. Dude.
But
straight up.
Do you have a talent for looking at people and knowing whether or not they would look better with a beard? Would you say that? I think I have that talent. You're not it, dude.
I don't think you could either, though.
I didn't say I could. I've
Yeah.
done my best, and
Yeah.
it's not good.
I've had a lot of clients who have been like, you know what, I'm gonna give it a go, and they give it a good try, and they just don't look right
How do
with
you
it.
try?
They
This-
just don't grow, don't shave. Just
I
trying.
was like,
My attempt was growing everything I possibly could until it was like guardable, where you could do like a
Right.
one
Yeah,
on it,
yeah.
and then I tried to let that grow a little bit and do another one on it, and you saw what I had.
Right.
That was as good
I
as
mean,
it got.
really, I tell a lot of clients, don't touch it for 8 months. You can line yourself up, like line your cheeks up, line your neck up.
Yeah.
But you gotta let it go, man. You gotta give it a shot. My beard looked like shit the first
See,
year.
now, do you know anything
Dude,
about
dude.
beards? I mean, like about.
that's such an asshole question.
I didn't mean it like
I know
that.
a
Yeah, I
lot
know
about
you got a
them.
beard balm company, but do you know anything about them?
I didn't mean. I think that question
Came
sounded
off wrong.
vaguer than I intended it. What I mean is like one side of my face grows crazy thick,
Mm-hmm.
and it's dummy thick. Okay,
Oh,
it
okay.
comes in.
Yeah, yeah.
Well,
The other side doesn't. The other side's a little shy.
yeah, that's okay.
Maybe it doesn't hit the sun a lot. I don't know
Yeah, that's okay.
why.
Genetics. I mean,
Okay,
that's a big
So I'm
answer.
You just
but
been fucked up.
yeah.
I'm right
it's
side
genetic,
strong,
right?
baby.
Right side
Right
strong.
side strong.
That's the side that comes in
Right
heavy.
side's strong. You want to take a look?
Yeah.
It's
I see something.
you see the light
I see
on it.
something.
Yeah, I see
It's
some
shiny.
stubble.
And you know what else is my problem, which would be your advantage, is like we have
Mine, man. Okay, go ahead.
like I have shy colored hair.
Mm-hmm.
You can't see how hairy I really am because I'm like ginger
See,
a little
this
bit.
is why
I'm Irish. I'm like 40 to 50% Irish on my
I'm
blood
Scottish
test.
Irish.
All right, so what the hell happened? Why are we different?
So this is the part that I'm jealous about of you. Is because you can't tell how hair
and
like,
like
how much hair
even
you
my
have.
legs.
But my shit.
Yeah, yeah. You got some Italian in you or something?
Ah, yeah, Welsh and Italian. Yeah.
Yeah.
But the
I got
weird
some
thing about
Irish in
you
me
is
too,
you
but-
got like your arms are built like ladies' legs.
Well,
That's a
Okay,
good
there is
compliment.
no hair on top, and the hair on bottom is even hard to see.
Well, no,
But then you have like a straggler on your shoulder.
Can you grow back hair?
Oh yeah,
No,
Probably
bro,
will never grow a beard.
really?
Yeah.
bro. I get fucking.
He'll get random ones that
I
are
get
15 feet long.
Yeah,
Dude,
I get.
back hair equals beard hair.
He'll get it caught in the door when we're in the car.
Yeah, I'll have like 4 that'll show up like randomly on my back, and I'm
Just,
like,
like,
I'm like,
stuck in the
what in
car.
the fuck?
We'll get out of
you
the
might have
car.
some potential. You
Dude,
might have some potential,
my
dude.
beard's gonna be patchy as shit. That's all that means. I'll just have like a patch here.
Do you believe in that shit that they try to push online?
Oh
where
no, that's all fake.
the rollers.
Yeah, it's all bullshit.
Oh, really?
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
But
Now,
more,
what they're
hold on,
trying
more
to-
plates, more dates did a thing on this, and there's like a supplement that you, in addition to that, with oiling, but you got to do like a regimen.
Is it supposed to open the follicles or
Right.
something?
That's the whole point, is to heat the follicles up to get more oxygen into the face.
Yeah.
Get more nutrients.
But you gotta
into the
put a
face.
lot of money
See,
into
that's the
this.
whole. That's the whole. What they like. That's what a bunch of beard balm companies and beard oil companies will tell you too. Is that it's putting
Copenhagen's
nutrient into your face.
Yeah.
That'll make it grow. No, that's bullshit. Your skin will get healthy.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Your skin will get softer and nicer, and the hair that you do grow will be nicer and softer. But it's not going to genetically make you go from no
Nothing to
facial hair
fucking-
to what I have. It's not. It's not possible.
That's what I
If
thought.
it was, everyone would have full
Yeah.
beards, or a lot more people would have them if they
Yeah.
were trying to grow them out. I mean,
Yeah.
come on.
I've
That's
had
ridiculous.
this discussion before with you, and it was on this podcast, I think.
okay.
Isn't it weird that people can go bald, but they never go beard bald?
Yeah.
You've never heard of somebody like, yo, Chase used to have a sick ass beard.
All fell out. Well,
Yeah,
the
now
hair
he
on
doesn't
your
have
head
beard
and
anymore.
the hair on your body are two different things.
Why? It's on the same
Wait, you mean like?
thing that's out there.
Oh, you're saying like they go bald up here, but this shit just doesn't. This shit stays.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, no,
It's
like,
weird.
what I'm saying is, like, as a baby, you have no beard. Then you grow a beard. But as an adult, you might
You can
have a
pretty much
beard, but
keep
you
it.
don't go in reverse on your face.
Yeah,
you go
yeah.
in reverse on your head.
Yeah.
It's the same thing with body hair, or like body hair though. Like when you get older, your arm hair is not going to fall out.
Yeah, but why does all of our hair go lower in our bodies? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Why does it not like being on top so much?
It's a weird
Like,
thing.
our hair will start thick up here, and then it starts traveling down the body.
Yeah.
Where are you going?
I'm trying to get out, dog.
Yeah, what's up
Ready to
with that?
go, bro.
Dude, I know, and I've seen, I don't know what you call your grandpa, but I've seen
Okay. My
your elders'
Docky. Yeah.
ears are crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, dude.
I don't know that he's ever heard me speak.
Mine
Yeah.
specifically.
Well, I mean, any of our mine are all dead, so I'm of course only
Mine-
talking about yours. But
Mine doesn't have bad ears. My
you're talking about the hair on.
No, I know.
Okay,
Yeah, no, I got.
maybe he went to trim it a little before you came over.
My real grandfather had bad ear hair, but
Who did I meet?
he's my step grandpa,
Okay, well, Doc, right?
Docky.
Yeah.
He didn't have ear hair.
You can't see up there. He's like 7 foot.
That's also true.
That is also
Yeah,
true.
he was a basketball player.
Yeah, so.
Get him in a barber chair. He's probably got
Oh yeah.
a
Oh,
lot
yeah.
of hair.
He's got swagger to him.
Yeah.
Oh, dude. He's a gangster.
Hey,
dude.
he
My-
probably got to have a hammer on him. I'm just
My
saying.
gra-
The way he's got the vibe to
My
him,
grandpa's
he's
a
like,
fucking gangster.
he been there,
bro.
done that, you know?
Yeah, he's cool, man. He's awesome. I didn't realize how old my grandpa was until like just recently. Cause he'd been working forever. He just now recently stopped working full time, and he's like 94 years old.
Wow,
bro. Yeah,
Who is employing a 93-year-old being like, oh, he's still
Dude.
got some
times are
time
tough,
on him.
man.
bro.
Times are
Let me
tough
tell
out
you.
there.
Well, yeah, and what he does, there's only like 6 people in the like nation that are his qualification or whatever.
You know what I've noticed, like for like that type of age range and for employment?
Mm-hmm.
What happened to the Walmart greeters? We don't have Walmart greeters
No,
anymore.
they took those away.
We have Walmart watchers.
See, I don't like that.
You know,
check
the
receipts.
watchers, they're dressed like regular people too. You know, they don't have security on them or anything. You know,
Silent
they're just out
shoppers.
there. Yeah.
See, I miss the greeters, man.
Yeah, what
With
what
the
happened
fucking
to the
the smiley
sticker?
sticker?
Yeah, what happened to that?
Yeah, what's up, dude?
You used to be able to play games
that
that
wasn't-
just wreck your neck for an hour.
Because
just-
that wasn't because of COVID, right? That was
No,
before
no,
COVID.
yeah,
They took
before
that shit out.
Yeah.
that was when Walmart used to be a different blue.
Like a light
You
blue.
notice?
It was like a light blue.
No,
wasn't it?
they're like a newer age blue. It used to be a dark blue. It used to be
Really?
like this blue, like long time ago. Now it's like your blue, and yellow, or orange, whatever you want to call that, like star thing.
Yeah. It's like almost
Times are
like
changing,
Albertsons
dude.
flavor, Albertsons color,
Yeah.
flavor. Yeah. Wild shit, man. We miss Walmart greeters. Bring them back. What's up?
Yeah, dude. I mean,
I'd
we
fucking do it.
let your grandpa be the first one to bring it back, dude.
Yeah.
Now they fucking hound you for the receipts at the end of it. They're like, you get that bitch. You just I'm at the self checkout. Nobody's checking me out.
That's the part
How
that
did I get a receipt?
The whole
That-
customer service game is.
That's the
completely
part
gone.
that
And you
fucks
watched
me
me.
up.
Yeah.
What are you checking my receipt for?
Yeah,
you
yeah.
watched me bag my own shit.
That shit pisses me off, man. When you go into Walmart and there's like 60 self checkouts and there's only like 2 regular checkouts and nobody's
Yeah.
working the regular ones, it's like, what the fuck?
And
man?
it's never a good sign when you see the green light start to go red.
Mm.
And there's only one lady, and she is in no hurry to help.
Oh, no.
She's like, I actually got to go on my 15,
Yeah, I
so
got a
you guys
pig
figure
coming
this
up.
shit out. Y'all probably know it better than me.
Yeah.
I'm never on those
Yeah,
things.
they just hand you a vest, dude.
Yeah.
They're like, here you go, you got it. And give you the swipey card.
She's like, I'll be back in 15, and you're like, dude, I have my kids
when did
with
I
me.
start working here?
Yeah, dude. It's fucking wild, dude.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, dude. So you have a beer bomb company. Any other weird hustles you got going on?
No, just
That and cutting hair?
Just cutting hair a lot, man. Yeah, just.
What got you into that?
So when I was like a teenager, I thought cutting hair was a pretty cool gig. But I didn't think there was like any money in it. And there wasn't at that time. Like when I was a kid, like in the 90s, like my mom didn't take me to barbershops. There really weren't any. Like there would be like little neighborhood shops. But like we went to like local salons or like Supercuts or, you know, whatever corporate company you want to call them.
Yeah.
But you know, we would go to those, and so I didn't, as an adult, I never really thought about it. But I had a plethora of jobs. I was like doing nutrition stuff when I got out of high school. Worked for Max Fit Sports Nutrition. Was doing like personal
Word.
training.
So you know Jason?
Oh yeah.
Or
Oh, yeah.
I know Jason.
So I did a lot of that. I worked in the HVAC industry, and when I was working there, I had a buddy who we were like becoming like really good friends, and we were thinking about going into business together, and we were just throwing ideas at the wall like what to do. And one day barbering came up, and I didn't really think too much of it, but I did think it was a pretty cool idea. I was like, man, I thought, 10 years ago that would have been a cool idea. But I started looking into it, just kind of getting online and getting the feel of it, and I saw that Pensacola State had a night program. So I went to them and I talked to them, and I was like, well, I can still work. I can go to night school. It's like a 1.5-year program. It's going to suck for a while, but even if it doesn't work out, I can always say I did something that I thought when I was younger would be cool, and I'll have a skill in something that I'll always have.
Yeah.
And I was like, fuck it. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. I was like, I'll at least try it. So I went to school, still worked. So I was getting up at 6, going to work from 7 to 4, getting off, going from night school to 5 to 10, doing that, throughout the week. And when I was there, I met Tyler, who is a barber at our shop, and we became good friends. And he was like, hey, you should come to Wilford's and check it out. And this was at a time where I was just going to school just to go.
Yeah.
I didn't really have an idea where I wanted to work.
Yeah.
I knew of Wilford's, but I didn't really I didn't know anybody there. So I went to the shop and met the owner Evan, and he was really cool, and we got along really well, and everyone at the shop was really cool, and I don't know, it's just I felt like it was a place I wanted to be, like right off the jump, and graduated, and like before I even graduated, I had a job there, like they already offered me a position, so it just kind of fell right into it. Again, it was kind of like organically, kind of like the Beard Balm thing was. It was just.
How long have you been there?
Going on 3.5 years.
Darn.
I remember when they were talking about that because I used to get my hair cut at Volume 1.
Yeah, that's where my wife works.
Oh, word.
Yeah.
I got mine cut by another guy named Jason.
Yeah.
But
Jason was working at the shop a little bit right before I came.
yeah, he was talking about, like, I think that was when they were building it. He was like, yeah, I'll be over there, but, like, I'm here for now.
Yeah.
But he did a gentleman's cut, and then the very, like, he was fading it, but I had never seen it faded like the way he was doing it. And I still had hair down here, and I had long hair. So this was done in a gentleman's cut already, but he was going backwards. And I was like, dude, just leave that mud flap thing back there. So he faded it and left it, like, all nice and neat, and I fucking rocked that for a little. It was like a detached mullet.
Because
Well,
I don't
before I met you.
I was about to say, I don't ever remember.
before-
I'd have
yeah.
told your ass, get that shit out of here. Like, fuck that.
Or no, I knew you. I just don't think we
Dude.
worked together at the time.
We didn't. I mean, we worked together since we met each other.
No.
Or have lived together.
I don't
or
know.
have-
Anyways, fucking.
That sounds
And
terrible.
doesn't he work right down the street now?
He works at Volume 1.
I thought he-
Jason, you're talking about?
Yeah, it's like. I thought he also. I don't know. Maybe I'm just like
I'm
mixing
confusion.
two Jasons up, but yeah, dude, he fucking. I remember when that was coming together, and
But
then
you also had. Did you have Nick cut your hair?
no, but Nick
Fury?
used to come to my house and cut hair.
Oh, okay.
So I don't. He might have cut my hair once at our house.
Okay.
But our buddy Chris Theriault, he was like a local tattoo artist here, and then he moved to I think North Carolina. But he would have him come over to our house,
Okay.
like the house that you.
Was that like during
Bellevue?
COVID or something? Or
Yeah. Huh?
Was that like during COVID or something?
No, this was like
Or way back in the day?
It's like 5, 6, 7 years ago. or
6,
something.
7 years ago. Yeah.
Okay.
So I think like Nick had been cutting hair for a little bit then, or maybe he was just coming out of school for it or something, and he kind of took off with it too. Like,
Yeah.
I knew a few people like Nod did hair, like a long time ago. I don't think he does hair
Yeah.
anymore. But then like he would always have this dude walk into the shop, Ben. I don't know Ben's last name. I think it's
Talking about
Taylor.
Ben Taylor.
I think so.
Yeah.
And then like they would talk shop all day long, and I was like, maybe I could cut hair. And then I was like, no, I can't cut hair, dude. I can't cut. I've never attempted to cut hair. I mean, I've cut my own hair like the just buzzing like everybody does.
Right.
And then I was at work the other day. You know, Wes, I'm sitting there talking to him, and I'm bitching.
Yeah.
I am bitching about work.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
like,
yeah.
we work with some great people
Yeah,
where
yeah.
we work.
Yeah.
And he's like, I had a dream the other night about you, and I was like, well,
That's weird.
hold on. This is getting
Alright.
weird. He's like, I was thinking, because in my dream you were doing this, and I was like, all right, where's this
Before
going?
we go any
Yeah.
further.
Is this
Did
going
I
to
have
ruin
clothes
what
on?
we have
Yeah,
going
yeah,
on?
yeah. Do I need to go to HR?
Yeah, he's like, you should cut hair. And I was like,
What?
I
mean,
know me pretty
to be
well.
honest with you, like you look like you would cut hair.
You do.
That's- yeah,
Or a
that's-
tattoo
Or a
artist.
tattoo artist, yeah. It kind of is hand to hand kind of thing nowadays. Like, you know,
That's such a weird
most
thing
barbers
to
are full of
say.
tats.
I mean,
I get that I look like people that have done the thing before.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm not him.
Hey, man, you could be, though.
Yeah.
Remember what you were saying earlier about you put your mind to it?
Yeah.
Just
Yeah, that's
saying,
true.
dude.
But no one's born cutting hair good. Like, it's a skill you learn, just like anything.
But how deep were you into it where you were like, I actually am good or can do this?
About my first year in the shop.
It took you a year.
To be like, I'm good.
Well, I
yeah.
mean, like, were you doing it and you were like, this is definitely something I can grasp my head around and get better at, eventually be good?
Well, yeah, but I mean, like, man, so my brother, he's 10 years older than me, and he was like my guinea pig. And you got to have that guy when you start cutting hair. You have to have somebody that like
He
wears a
fucking
hat a lot,
needs
maybe, or just doesn't give a shit.
I can't.
And I gave
No.
my brother a lot of shitty haircuts,
Yeah.
a lot of bad haircuts before I started giving him any good haircuts. So, yeah, it's a time thing. Like
You
have to
develop
do-
technique and
yeah,
stuff.
it's just to learn how much hair you're taking off by what guard you have and just angles and connection. And it's just a whole thing. So it just takes time. It's a time thing. So yeah, like there's not I wasn't and I haven't seen a barber come through since I've been doing it that have been good their first year of cutting hair. They're all bad.
Word.
Yeah.
You just learn and you'll get better and better, and before you know it you'll been doing it for a couple years and you'll take off with it.
So
I guess it's like also like tattooing.
Yeah,
'Cause I have some
there's some
tattoos
shitty
from-
tattoo artists just because they haven't been doing it long. But
Yeah.
I mean, also on the other hand, you got some guys that have been doing it for 20 years and they suck too. But like you know,
very true.
it's just one of those things.
Yeah.
Do you see a curve? I didn't mean to step on your question. Do you see a curve in your abilities where you're like, because to relate it to us, we do jujitsu, and he's just now been doing it long enough that maybe he will hit his first plateau pretty soon.
Right.
But he's not yet because he's still learning at such a rapid rate that everything is
New and
new. So he doesn't know if he's good or bad at it yet.
Right.
How often would you say you've hit a plateau?
Well, what's great about our shop, and this is the biggest reason why I came to Wilfred's, is because they were big in continuing education. That was a huge thing
love that.
for me independently and just as a shop in general. Like I don't want to go to a shop that's going to die in a few years, right?
Yeah.
So knowing that they have continuous resources of educators who can come through, or Hurst, who is the owner of Volume
Yeah,
1, who's
I
been
met
cutting
him.
hair
He's
for
cool.
forever. So you have all his knowledge. You had the knowledge of the stylist at Volume 1, like as far as like scissor work goes. Then you had Nick, who, I mean, he's an educator through Ruzel. He helps out if you ask. Like you have so many resources to continue your education to get better and better. You shouldn't plateau.
yeah.
And then it's an individual thing at that level. Like how much are you going to put in to it to continue to grow? Most barbers fail because they think they know everything and they're just stuck to one thing. And you can get that way because, I mean, even my first year, let's say, like I was finally getting a routine down that I was comfortable doing just this one specific cut. So even though somebody would come in and be like, I want this, oh, fuck it, you're going to get what I know. You know what I mean? Because
It's
I'm
like
good
that
at what I know.
Family Guy bit where he's like, I want a dolphin. And he's like, I do a good Kermit the Frog.
Right, yeah.
And he's like, yeah, but I want a dolphin. He's like, I'm going to do a Kermit the Frog. I was like, okay.
It's the
dude.
same thing. You know, you know what skill set you have, so you kind of just go into that lane. So that's just that continuing education to get better and better, right? So, I mean, you could put it with any job, though, whether it's jiu-jitsu, cutting hair, tattooing, you know, whatever. If you can't stay the same. You're either going to get better or you're going to get worse. Which one are you going to pick?
Yeah.
I'm going to go forward, you know, so I'm going to do whatever it takes. And that's just not cutting hair. That's business in general. So, yeah.
And then as far as like the money side of things, is there like a peak to how much you can make in the barber industry? Or is it like it just depends on what kind of barber you are? Or...
Yeah, I mean...
Because I feel like you can only do so many haircuts.
I feel
and then
like-
even if you price them crazy.
Right.
Yeah.
I feel like that was another reason I went to Wilfred's, because I wanted to be in the highest end barbershop in town.
Yeah.
You can't go any higher than being downtown, you know.
And a sick venue.
Right. You
Like,
know,
y'all's spot is sick.
I think there obviously is a tap out in Pensacola. Like, you know, we're only gonna be able to charge so much. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
For
You don't have
people
to
are gonna
give
be like,
details.
oh
That's
yeah,
not what
yeah,
I
understand.
meant.
But like, you're only gonna be able to do so much. That's why I tell even the young people that are in our shop, and a lot of them know, you better pick another lane than just cutting hair. I fell into a different lane just naturally, and then I also forced another lane with the beard balm.
Yeah.
So I wanted to have multiple lanes. So whether it was that cutting hair outside the shop, doing something creative, doing education, which is like Nick's thing.
Yeah.
It better not just be I'm going to come in and do my, 9 to 5 or whatever and leave. Or you will tap out eventually, and you'll price yourself out eventually.
Yeah.
Or you're going to have to move and start, bigger city or
Absolutely.
something like that. So broad your thing. Education's a big thing in barbering. If you can get if you can become an educator with a brand or a line. A lot of people go that route. I don't personally want to go that route because I don't want to do work for another company. I'd rather my money stay my money.
Yeah.
But that's to each their own. I mean, I know a lot of people that do it and they make extra money doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just whatever you want to do, you know.
I mean, speaking of other lanes, like, I mean, you have now made friends with some pretty funny people.
Yeah, yeah.
How does that feel? And would you like to elaborate?
Yeah.
Some people suck, you know.
Hey.
Okay, so I guess we'll just talk.
Okay, I'll lead
Yeah.
my thing up to
Okay, go
this.
ahead,
Okay,
go
so we're sponsored and provided tattoos by Sean C. Fury.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm in there getting tattooed, and we're talking about like social media influencers and like just comedy based information, and like we're going over like stand up specials and whatnot. And he brings up an influencer, and I was like, "Oh, that's wild." He's like, "Yeah, he gets tattooed here." And then I was like, "Oh, that's dope." He was like, "You should have him on," and I was like, "Okay, cool. I'll look into that." And then he's like, "Also, my boy Chase, bro, he tattoos Tommy. Like,
I don't tattoo him.
I mean tattoo. Damn
Good
it. He cuts Tommy's hair, and I was like, no way. And he's like, he had brought this to my attention a long time ago, but he said it to me like it happened once. So that's all I thought. I was like, dude,
Yeah.
that's so dope to be that guy.
Right.
Yeah.
And then I have a memory like a goldfish. Like, I'm constantly repeating people's names in my head. I'm like, what's that dude's name? What's that dude's name? I'm like, oh, it's Hilton.
forgets it.
I live with Hilton.
Yeah, still
you know?
forgets
And it got brought to my attention again, and I was like, that's a sign. Mm-hmm. And he's like, you should have him on. He's really cool. And he cuts his hair. Like,
Yeah.
and that's where you're here.
That's
Right,
where
right.
we're at.
Go.
Yeah.
Okay, so
How the hell did that come about?
I don't know how long y'all been a fan of Tom's, but I've been a fan since probably about 2016.
I mean,
when
White
Disgraceful
Girls
came
with
out.
Braids is where I started.
Okay, well that's pretty
Pretty
early, yeah.
Yeah.
I started being a fan around 2016,
Okay.
2017.
Yeah.
Around
That's when we met.
That's
around
about
when
the same.
Disgraceful came
Yeah,
out,
yeah, yeah.
like
Yeah.
on Netflix.
Fire.
Yeah, which was fucking epic. So I had, been a fan of his around then, which introduced me to like YMH and then Two Bears and all that. And it sucked. Like the time before last when he was here, me and my wife were actually out of town, so I didn't get to go to that show, which I was bummed about. So when he announced that he was coming back to Pensacola in April, I was like, fuck, we got to go. Like we missed him last time. I'm not missing a show this time. So I remember we got tickets, and I said out loud to my wife, I was like, I wonder if I can get him in the shop. Like if I can just reach out to him, see what he says. And she was
Love
like, you
that
should do
idea.
it. And I was like, okay, cool. And I totally forgot about it. I literally totally forgot about it. Then like a week before the show, I'm sitting in bed and I'm like just scrolling on Instagram, and I come across his page. He's doing some shit. And I'm like, I didn't even tell my wife.
He's doing
He's
some,
doing some shit.
Some
you
dumb
know?
shit. I
Yeah,
don't
some dumb
fucking-
shit. And I don't even tell my wife. I'm just like, fucking, I'm gonna message him real quick. Yeah. So I messaged him something very simple. I wrote like, hey, I'm a barber downtown Pensacola. I'm at the shop right where you're performing. If you want to get cleaned up, hit me up. Turned my phone off, went to bed. Didn't even look at it.
Dude, I wouldn't be able to sleep.
Nah, yeah.
I'd been like,
no.
Then that next morning I wake up and he wrote back. And
Holy
he wrote me back at
fuck,
like
bro.
2 a.m. Must have
how
been like
did
after
that
the
feel?
show.
And this
That's
is like,
crazy.
I'm gonna fangirl for like,
Yeah.
my heart would be heavy.
Yeah.
I'd be like,
It was funny 'cause
Tripping.
I'm like, I woke up and I remember my wife, she's like putting her makeup on, and I look and I see Tom Segura, and I'm like,
no.
and I put my phone down, and then I like roll over and I'm like, wait a minute, what? I thought it was like a Tom
notification?
Segura posted something.
See,
Yeah.
I that's what I would have thought too. It's
Yeah.
like, oh, he must have posted something or whatever,
Right.
and then not thought
That's
about
what I thought it was. And
Yeah.
then like as I rolled over, I was like, oh yeah, I did message him last night. So I turned
You're like,
back
"There's
over,
no
opened
way."
my phone, and he replied, dude, sounds great. Give me your info. That's what he wrote back.
That's
And I
fucking
was
sick.
like, okay, cool. So
You had to be a little more than like, okay.
no. I was like,
You
Yeah,
had
no
okay.
big deal.
I
I'm doing
downplayed
P. Diddy's
that. I
hair.
downplayed that. I was like, oh fuck, Alex, Tom Segura wrote me back. And she was like, she looked at me like her makeup went like this. She's like, what? And I was like, Tom literally just wrote me back, and I gave him my info. This is what sucked. This is like a week before he comes to Pensacola, right?
Yeah.
And I really didn't know how him and his team did shit at that time because I didn't know him at that time. So I gave him all my info, like a fucking list of my info.
You're like, here's all of my
goddamn thing.
emails.
I went to high
My
school.
grandfather's, like all my grandparents' name, they're all dead.
My
Fucking
original,
P-
my original home phone number
Social
from 9 years
Security
ago.
number, I'm like, take it all.
Yeah.
So I give him my info and then don't hear from him like
You're
that whole
like,
week. And I'm like, fuck. So, yeah. Oh shit. So I don't hear anything until like, so that morning, like of his show, that I think was a Thursday. Did y'all go to the show?
I went
We
to the one
recorded
you didn't
podcasts.
go to.
Okay.
And
You
then
didn't go
the
to this
one
last
you
one?
went to, I did not go to.
Okay. So
We
it's,
recorded podcast that night because it was Thursday. I wasn't at work that night.
Oh, yeah, that's
Yeah,
right.
we were recording that night.
Because he cooked downtown at that time.
Yeah. He
At
came in
Global
to eat
Grill.
at Global.
Oh,
Well,
no
he didn't
shit.
come in to eat, but he got
got the
food from Global.
there? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, they saved the sheet for me, which was funny. But anyway, continue. Sorry.
So so I don't hear any like that Thursday I go into work and I'm like, fuck, man. I was like, at the end of the day, it was cool that he just wrote back. I was
Yeah.
like, you know what?
Dude.
I'm just gonna chalk it up to that.
Yeah.
And let that be it. And so I'm cutting hair and like of course I'm a fucking dumbass and told everyone at the shop, you know, prior to that. I was like, I'm gonna get Tom Segura in the shop. And they're like, dude, that's so fucking cool. And then that day up, they're like, is he coming? I'm like, fuck, I don't know. I was like, you know, I haven't heard
And you're
anything.
like, no, it's
Yeah,
cool.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
don't-
I'm like, I
fucking-
don't know. So,
Me?
and then like I'm in the middle of cutting one of my clients, and I get a call, and it says Beverly Hills, California, and I'm like, well, I don't get too many calls from Beverly Hills.
Gotta
So
answer that
I'm
one.
like, I was with a client that's been my client forever, so I was like, hang on a second. So I answer, and it's his tour manager, and he was like, hey, Tom's gonna come in at around noon if you still have availability. I was like, we'll find him some availability. We'll work it out.
Well, I'll talk to my team.
Right, yeah. We'll
figure
get
it
him in.
out.
And I had to rearrange some stuff, but yeah, he came in. At first I was a little nervous, but to be honest with you, as soon as he sat down, he's about the most normal dude you could
Yeah.
like really fuck with. Like
Yeah.
he is like just straight up chill. Like he is,
He seems that way.
yeah. Like I haven't been around Bert, so I don't know, but I have been around a lot of people now who have been around him.
Yeah.
And what you see is what you get with Bert. Like Bert's not eating nothing constantly, right?
Yeah.
Tom's not like that. Even when he's not on camera, he's even a tick under that. You know,
Yeah.
so he's just very chill. So he come in, we talked about his tour a little bit. Just talked about some random bullshit. I think that was the time where he just got that BMW from Bert, so we were kind of like talking about the car and shit.
Oh yeah.
And,
Now they got a
Two
Bears
racing
Racing?
team.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
And I did my thing. We did a head shave on a beard trim on him, and I felt like I was just in my zone doing my thing, and I could tell he liked it. And like, you know, when you see somebody in the mirror and they're like, you know, so I was feeling pretty good about it. And then he started asking me a bunch of beard questions, and then like, as someone who owns a company in the field, like when you start asking me questions, like I got you. So
Yeah.
like we just started talking about that. And then, you know, I obviously told him I had a company, and he was like, dude, that's fucking awesome. So he bought like a shit ton of beard balm. And
Damn.
then he was like, hey man, listen, this is like literally the best head shaving beard trim I ever had. And he's like, I do a lot on my own, but like when I go to a city, I'll go to a shop. He's like, this is the best experience I've had. And at the time,
bro.
I was thinking like, oh, he's just hyping me up, you know. I feel, you know, just trying to make me feel good.
Yeah.
And but I was like, man, I appreciate it. Thanks for coming in. Blah blah blah. And then that was it. He left. We went to that show, that early show. Had a good time, and I thought that was it. And that was a great experience. You know, we took a picture. You know, blah blah blah. He left the shop, and
Which is what he showed me.
yeah, just in the shop.
Yeah, he was like, dude, look, this happened. And I was like,
Yeah.
because he had just told me he ate from there, and then and I was like, motherfucker, I missed everything.
Yeah. Then 3 days later, because it was that Sunday, I'm chilling at the house, and I get a call, and it's Beverly Hills, California again. I'm like, they must have butt dialed me or something. So I answer, and it's his tour manager again, and he's like, hey, this is so and so, and he was like, hey, Tom's doing some short film work for his YMH and
Like
for
live.
no, I don't even know exactly what he's using it for still.
Hmm.
I think it might be, you know how they have like little short films right before the Netflix special
Yeah.
starts?
Oh, yeah.
Like, sometimes they'll do
Gotcha.
that.
Like the bird is fat one was so
Right,
funny. Look,
right.
he's Steven Seagal kind of thing.
Yeah. So it might be something for that. It might be something that they put on another YMH stint, but
Word.
he's been doing like a lot of these little short films. Y'all watched the last YMH live, right?
The very last one
Yes.
we did not. No,
Okay.
we watched the like
One
3 or
before
4
that.
before that. Yeah.
Okay. They didn't have the one I was a part of or like I was at, but he's been just doing a lot of like short film stuff here lately. So he was like, anyways, he wants to look good for that. He wants to fly you out to LA, get him ready for it.
Holy shit!
So
You
I
ever
was
been?
like-
And you're like,
on a
I've never
plane?
been to LA.
so
Oh,
are
yeah.
you tripping?
I've never been
now?
to LA. Is it everything you wanted it to be?
Okay, so
I mean, you're hanging out with a celebrity,
at
so
first,
of course.
Yeah. At first, it was I didn't really. I don't know. I just started calling everybody. I was like, "You'll never fucking believe it. I'm going to LA."
Yeah.
But no, the trip was crazy, dude. Like I was there for about 3 days. We hung out with his crew the whole time. He's got a different crew, obviously, that does tour with him than like the YMH crew.
Yeah.
Like his photographer, his videographer, his assistants and shit like that. But dude, like I get there and they have like a whole fucking movie trailer type situation set up for me.
What?
So
Wow.
like that morning, right before the shoot, I'm the first person he goes to because he's got to go to hair and makeup first. So
Yeah.
we do the same thing we did at Wilford's. And then what's cool about the job is like it only takes me an hour. So
Yeah.
after that, I just fuck around and hang out with them and
Yeah.
hang around the crew and shit. So I just hung out for 2 days
Dude, that's
in LA
sick,
and going to dinners and hanging out with the crew and just getting to know everybody. And it's been pretty crazy. Then after that, he's still been like right now. I think he's touring like I don't know where he's at right now, but I know he's been doing like a lot of like Canadian shit.
Yeah.
But anytime he's kind of like within driving distance, like I'll go meet him. So like we went to Baton Rouge, Birmingham, different places to get him ready right before a show. So anytime like I'm in driving distance, he'll just have me come out. And last time I was in Baton Rouge with him, he's gonna have me come out for the Netflix special in Phoenix,
bro.
which
That's
is the first
fucking
week of November.
That's sick, dude.
Yeah.
Holy fuck, man.
That's pretty much the story so far.
I
Yeah,
mean,
dude.
Jesus fucking Christ! Like that might be the quietest our listeners are ever gonna notice I've been.
Yeah.
I was imagining. I was
Yeah.
like a POV porn for that whole time. I was like, I'm him.
Yeah.
I'm cutting Tommy's hair. Like,
He's like, you know what? I might could be a barber now.
yeah, like with stories
Cody's
like that,
like,
bro.
Cody's like, you know what?
No, the problem though is that would be my number one client would be Tommy. Like I wouldn't. There wouldn't be a more interesting person to me because I'm just so into comedy and like that to me is the number one comic.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, obviously our fucking podcast is named after it, but
Yeah.
like,
That's crazy, dude.
yeah, dude. Like, have you cut any other, like, even like semi-pro ballers hair or anything crazy like that?
Well, yeah. I've actually been known in the shop as cutting like the local celebrity
Oh,
kind of
wow.
esque thing. So y'all know Josh Sitton,
Yeah.
football player,
I
yeah.
don't.
went to play for Green Bay, went to Catholic.
Oh, see, I know
Yeah.
a lot of
He's back
people
in
that
Pensacola. He lives back
apparently
here.
we have a
Yeah.
lot of football players. I only know like one,
Yeah.
but no.
So I cut him. And y'all know Boston Rob from Survivor.
Yeah.
I cut him.
I love Survivor, by the way. Also, Boston Rob, legend. Okay. Low-key legend. He
Yeah.
used to always shop at our fucking... I worked at Target for... I mean, I was in a... What was it? A partnership?
Partnership
A partnership.
with Target.
With Target?
I was an
Yeah.
employee, but...
Oh, okay. Is that what
For
they
the
call employees?
That's
podcast,
what he calls it.
they paid me for
Yeah.
appearances
No, that's what
every
he calls
day,
it.
and I just would put up some stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good
You
gig.
know, it's a good... I mean, it was a very low
They pay
fee.
you every 2 weeks?
Dude, yeah. I mean, you know how appearance fees work,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
That's good. That's
Yeah,
good.
they take taxes out, which is weird. I thought it
is
would be
weird.
like an
Appearance,
upfront
yeah, it
flat
should
rate,
be.
but yeah,
Fluctuated a little bit.
yeah. But
These
he would
couple
always
weeks.
come in there. He seemed really cool, and
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
Oh,
I will
lots of
say
cool
one
guys.
thing on record though. maybe we don't have to bounce back and forth so much with the weight. Like when you lose the weight for the Survivor thing, maybe just like ease back into it.
Yeah,
You know,
he's lost a lot of weight now.
Oh,
Yeah, he's
maybe
back
another
down.
season's coming.
He might. I ask him all the time. I say, "You going to jump back in it?" He never really says no. He's like, "I don't know."
Yeah.
He goes, "Maybe." I was like, "Yeah."
feel
The
like
fucking
his-
money comes away.
He literally has the best Survivor mind. The
Yeah.
only thing that beats him is people, flipping the game on him. That's
Right.
it.
Yep.
He is the best at that shit.
That's
Do
what
you
I-
watch Survivor? Dude, he's literally the best.
Yeah, he does a great job of keeping his like name relevant. Like he always does. He's always got something going on.
Yeah.
Like he's doing the Boston Rob at Beantown thing, which
Word.
is I think it's an online show. But then he does Celebrity Renovation. He was just with Shaq, like doing a bunch of shit, like renovation stuff. I think that goes. I think
He
it's on
does
CBS.
renovations.
He owns his
he's
own.
He's a
Oh,
contractor.
yeah.
word.
Yeah, some
company
sort
here.
of contractor. Yeah.
Damn, that's
He's
wild.
always on the phone, like when he was in there. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's tight.
That's why he was such a good Survivor guy, right? Because he could build fucking anything
Yeah, I
at the
guess that's
campsites
true.
and shit.
he's one of those dudes that, I mean, obviously this is a bad like example because of Survivor, but you could drop him literally anywhere and he could just go.
Yeah. He's something else.
You're not gonna put him in a city where he's like, well, I'm fucking lost and now I'm homeless.
Yeah.
He gonna have a home within like 3 months of just being dropped there butt naked. He gonna own some shit.
Yeah.
30 years in, don't own nothing. That's fine, but he can do it. It's cool.
Yeah.
That's fucking wild, dude.
Yeah. So handful of
Yeah,
people just in the
See,
local
to me,
area. But
you're-
obviously Tom is
yeah.
most well known.
That's fucking wild.
That's
man.
crazy, dude.
And I wonder if like things like that, you get spread. Like, is he gonna be like, yo, I got a guy?
Yeah.
That was the whole like, because what was cool about being in LA was being able to be around like all his crew, like his assistant who does work for YMH, who I was actually throwing ideas out. I was like, I think it would be a cool idea, or maybe we could figure out a way for like me to come on Two Bears where they're getting a haircut and beard trim while they're doing the podcast,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
you talk a lot of shit while you're getting your haircut, like the
Yeah.
barbershop
Yeah.
Phil. And he was like,
Absolutely.
dude, that's fucking crazy. Awesome idea. So, just kind of like pushing those
Bullshitting,
little,
yeah.
Yeah.
things in there. They all know, I mean, they all live in Austin,
Yeah.
which is, and they all go to Vulcan, which is like the head
Yeah.
comedy show that Joe Rogan, runs.
Yeah.
So, it's always a foot in the door.
Dude,
to
can you
maybe-
imagine like if you become like the barber of Comedy Mothership, which is Joe Rogan's actual club that's coming out in January?
Yeah. The
Bro.
official barber.
I would
be
just be,
sick.
I'd be like, I know him. I know him. Who knows them?
Yeah.
I know somebody.
Yeah, man.
That's fucking super dope, dude.
Yeah.
God bless, dude. I can't even imagine. Like,
It's wild how just a fucking Instagram message can turn into,
Dude, shoot
Hey,
your
man,
shots, man. Shoot
what
your
what
shots.
he
Real
did to
though,
them,
bro.
I did to him. Okay.
I'm not Tom Segura,
we
just to let
stay-
everybody know.
Bro, listen, we stay shooting our shots
Hey,
in
do it,
DMs,
man.
bro.
Do it.
Straight up.
You never know,
Yeah, we.
Like I said, I was just
I ain't
hoping to
scared.
get a response.
yeah.
Oh, that's what I tell everybody. Like I can't believe like you actually messaged them, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't. You know how many times I've heard no in my life?
Dude.
Like I could give a fuck if
Dude,
somebody I don't know.
Here's the
says
thing
no.
too,
So,
is like, yeah, the famous people that we like, or famous people that will fucking slide up on and be like, yo, and like try and shout at or whatever. It's like, bro, most of the time they're probably not gonna see it anyway. You know what
Or
I'm saying? But if they
best
do,
case-
who fucking
Yeah,
knows?
best case scenario, it goes exactly how you imagine it.
Right.
Worst case
Yeah.
scenario,
you
nothing
don't
happens.
hear
Right.
from them.
You already don't talk to these people.
Yeah.
right.
Like we just went to the Fully Loaded comedy festival, which was rescheduled, but like the first time we went there, it got lightninged out. Like the weather, it wasn't even raining, but there was lightning literally everywhere in the
It
sky.
was raining when we left.
By the time we left,
Yeah.
when we got in the venue, it's like an amphitheater in Brandon, Mississippi.
Yeah, it was an outdoor amphitheater.
And it's like wide open skies, and it kind of looks stormy on the way there, but we're like 4.5 hours away from there. So I was like, we're going to end up outrunning the weather.
Yeah.
Because the chances it's going to Mississippi to see the show are not high. We get there, and it starts lightning, and you're like, well, maybe this will be a little delay. But we didn't get a hotel or anything, so we're like
We're dumb when it comes to planning trips.
Yeah,
I mean,
fine.
really,
we
that's
do it
what
on
we
a
are.
fly. We're like
We're like, yeah, we'll just drive back after,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
we're like, it's
That drive fucking
3:30 in the
sucks,
morning.
right, yeah.
You
hey,
know,
no, we did it twice.
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
2 times, and we do this every time. Like we'll like go to New Orleans, and we're like, yeah, we'll do the late show. That's fine,
Dude, that's
And
the
then-
exact same thing. Like me, when I met Tom in Birmingham to get him ready for that show, I was planning on just going to do his shave and beard trim and leave.
Yeah,
And I really wasn't thinking of the fact that they were going to be like, hey, stay for the show. You know?
Yeah.
So I'm like back there doing a thing, and his manager comes up. He's like, what are you doing after this? And I'm like,
Driving
going
back.
back home.
I'm
I
gonna
go,
go home.
I like live in Pensacola, you know? And it's like 4.5 hours. And he's like, oh, I got y'all tickets. I'm like, cool. And then it's like go to the show, you hang
Yeah.
out afterwards with them, you bullshit a little bit,
Yeah.
and then it's like, oh, it's midnight, and now I gotta drive all the way back to Pensacola. So same shit, but
yeah.
dude.
Continue your story about us chasing lightning.
Oh,
and
yeah.
stuff.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
it got fucking lightninged out.
Yeah.
So you like the second time we go around, there's DJ, there's like opening acts, there's everything. The first time, not a soul's on the stage yet, and we arrived about the same time. So it's like 30 minutes to actual start time. And I was like, well, that's not a good sign. At least somebody should be out there. Like, they had live music or speaker music or whatever, but there was no graphics or nothing playing. So I was like, whatever. We're in line getting drinks. We get to the fucking thing, ordering our drinks, and there's a lady that walks around and she's like, everybody get the hell out of here. Like, lightning's here. You got to go hang out outside of the fucking,
venue.
yeah.
yeah.
So we get in the car, and it's like 7:15.
Yeah.
And we're like, the show is going to be 4 to 5 hours. Because there's like 7 to like 9
Oh, he's got
people.
that many people.
Yeah, dude. It was
It
like
was
Joey Diaz, Burt Kreischer, Sal
J.
Vulcano,
Big
who?
J.
Big J. Okerson, Mark Norman. It's like Nikki Glazer, a bunch of people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, if this weather, because it was black everywhere. I mean, it wasn't
There wasn't
nighttime yet, but it was black.
We were
out.
looking at the radar, and initially we were like, okay, it'll just blow by in like 15.
Yeah.
Like we get showers here where
Yeah,
it's
right,
like,
right,
okay,
right.
it's like 15 minutes.
Well,
And
it
we start
didn't.
looking at the radar, and it's like, oh, dude,
Just
it's
all,
not
right?
gonna. Yeah, it was trapped
Yeah.
in Brandon, Mississippi.
So we might as well just make the call now, or we're staying. Well, we made the call. We were like, we'll just fucking get out of here, because more than likely they're gonna refund or whatever. We just lost some money. That sucks.
Yeah.
Well, we're driving back, and we get home by the time they announce that the show is canceled.
we had just
It's like
got home.
11:30
11:30.
midnight. We're in our house. We're here. And like Bert is going on his Instagram story and he's like, I'm sorry, we're gonna have to cancel and
I
reschedule.
remember that story. I remember
Yeah.
him canceling the story. Yeah.
So-
Yeah, for sure.
Luckily we made the call when we did to just come back.
Said it
Because
was
otherwise
something.
we'd be sitting in the parking lot for 5 fucking hours.
And still not getting there.
And then we went there the second time and the show was fucking killer. But
Joey D probably wasn't open.
No.
You know, that sucks.
yeah, dude. And there was no advertisement that said he wasn't on it. It was on the thing. It was on
Yeah.
the fucking. We're sitting there, and all the people that are playing are on the like, hey, they're playing tonight
Right.
thing. Joey was on there several
Yeah.
times, and I'm like, fuck yes. Like, so right after Mark Norman gets off, I'm like, Mark Norman's super fucking hot right now.
Oh,
like
yeah.
hot.
Yeah, he's up at the top.
So there's no way that Joey's not the co.
Right.
Because everybody had run through, and I'm like, dude, it's fucking Joey. And then Bert comes out, and I was like, so I mean, Joey's not headlining this, so
Right.
Joey's just out. And I was
Yeah.
like, not that I wish anything upon
From-
him, but
from
he's
what-
older.
Right. From what
We
I
may
heard,
never
though,
see him.
it was pulling teeth to just get Joey Diaz
Yeah,
to
I
set the
figured.
schedule up originally.
Yeah,
So when it had to get rescheduled, there's probably no fucking chance he was gonna.
I figured,
Yeah.
seeing as it was Mississippi and New
yeah,
Jersey
fuck.
is only
Pretty
like
far.
a couple thousand miles away or something.
Well,
I don't know how the Earth works.
yeah.
but
Yeah. I think he lives in New York, right?
I thought it's Jersey.
I think it's
Or New Jersey? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause
Not
he-
close to Mississippi.
Yeah,
No.
a few counties over. you know?
Yeah, it was just weird the way because like Nikki didn't make it, and Shane Gillis was the other person that
Shane
was supposed
Gillis,
to be.
he's getting super hot now too.
Yeah.
And they were the two that were originally on it that had gotten taken off, and we had seen it like them updating it or whatever. And Joey was still on it. That's why we
Yeah.
were still like, oh, okay, he still must be a part of it. So that's why we think it was like a last minute thing where he was like, "Oh, I'm not gonna be able to make it" or whatever, because they were just putting it out, a day before, like, "Oh yeah, this is who's gonna be here."
Also,
So,
it would have been
weird.
cool to see Dave Attell. He's on that tour too, but not on the
Oh,
rescheduled
yeah.
part.
Yeah, David Tell's at the top.
Yeah,
I mean, he's the
like
best. Yeah.
fuck.
Yeah.
That he's the one that I would probably give up anything to see live.
Dude, Dave,
Attell.
yeah, bro.
I mean, he's a comedian's comedian. He's,
Absolutely.
he's every comedian's favorite comedian.
Dude, I
Yeah.
remember staying up like too late at home, like when you had remotes that were fucking iPhone squares. They were like that, and the buttons were all squares on the actual remote, and
Yeah.
the power button was orange, and all the other buttons were white. And I'm like cutting through the TV, and you have a box on the TV watching Insomniac
Right.
on Comedy Central, and it's like 11:30 at night, and he's saying shit that I'm like, people can say that and be on TV.
Right.
That's an insane concept to me. And he's doing wild shit out and about, but he's also at comic or at fucking comedy shops, and I'm like,
Oh yeah. He just goes to the regular.
yeah, but
sellers
it
and
blew
shit.
my
Yeah.
mind because I'm so young. I've never seen a comedy store in real life.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's like cool to see him do shit like that. I'm like, this feels real. It feels like
So this is a question we talked about this a couple days ago. Who are like your top like comedy legends that you would still want to see live?
Yeah, David Tell's probably the top for me.
Okay.
Just because you have so many people, and I credit them for doing it because I can't do it, and I think it's a remarkable how people can tell stories. But most people are storytellers now, and that's awesome. And they're great at doing it. And I mean, Tom is a storyteller. I mean, I think he's got something called storytelling or something like that.
mostly stories.
Mostly stories, yeah.
yeah.
So and props to it. It's awesome. But David Tell tells jokes.
Yeah.
He doesn't tell stories. He tells jokes.
Yeah.
And that's OG shit. Like
Yeah.
that's awesome. So David Tell's up there. Obviously Tom is like, I mean, when in 2016 when I was first watching him, I was like, man, this guy is hilarious.
Yeah.
But I never thought he would be like the top comic. But you could arguably say Tom's one of the top comics in the game
yeah.
right now. Like
Yeah.
the top.
I think him and Bert, like at least financially wise, are definitely battling back and forth.
Oh yeah.
I
yeah.
think Tom
Tom's-
is fucking
I mean, Tom stays on tour.
financially
So does
wise.
Bert
I
now.
think Tom.
Yeah, I mean, Tom's, I think, is like, both of them. I don't know. They're the same in so many factors, but different in
Yeah,
so many as
their
well.
comedy is so different.
Right? But they're the same in how their hustle and their work
Yeah,
ethic and
yeah.
stuff like
Yeah.
that. So it's just cool to see. But obviously, Chris Rock, I grew up watching Chris Rock,
Dude, also Tony Rock. Tony Rock fucking
Yeah.
slaps. His little brother, dude.
Yeah. Yep.
He's also really good.
Yep. I mean, obviously, like, Dave Chappelle is,
Yeah.
he's one of the kings. I mean, it's hard to.
I'm not. I don't know.
I mean, Dave's just one of those guys who, there's story after story. If he can just, he can go up for a 15-minute set and he can just be there for an hour and it's just so funny and just. Now, obviously, I didn't really, the whole LGBT thing that he's gotten himself into is crazy, but. Just his base comedy is freaking.
Yeah.
I mean, y'all heard that thing where he was about Dan Cook, or it's Dan Cook, right?
You're talking about where he was talking about him stealing jokes?
No.
The 15 minutes
The
and then went
15
out.
minutes
That's
is the
fucking
Oh, yeah,
hilarious.
yeah.
epic
Yeah.
story.
That was
I've
Ryan
ever
who
I'll
was
be
talking
honest,
about it. Ryan
said that.
Sickler, yeah.
That is
Yeah.
the most epic shit
Yeah.
I've ever heard in my life.
That's somebody who I would really like to see live
Yeah,
too,
but-
is Ryan Sickler. I would love
Ryan
that.
Sickler
I
would be
think
sick,
Ryan.
too.
I think also just hanging out with
You
Ryan
know-
Sickler would be fucking hilarious.
You know who I saw open up? Well, I cut him in L.A. Jeff Tate. Y'all know Jeff Tate?
Jeff Tate.
I
sounds
know the
familiar.
name.
So he opens up for Tom a lot.
Oh,
and
we saw
might
him
have seen
open
him.
in New Orleans, I think.
dude, he is hilarious.
Hold on, if this is the guy,
Is he the dude with the beard?
Yeah.
Okay.
Really big
Yeah,
beard.
yeah.
Dresses crazy.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's got
He
like
came-
a crazy
not that
style.
guy.
No.
what the?
That guy
fuck is
fucks
that?
though. Yeah, he had the like.
It's Jeff like GEO.
Dude, yes.
Yeah, he
that bro
killed.
slaps,
Yes,
dude.
he is
It's like
hilarious.
GEOFF. Yeah.
Tate. Dude's really funny. Like
Yeah,
Yeah.
and the crew I was hanging around, they were like, "Yo, Jeff's gonna be the next.
that's.
He'll be the
sick.
next guy to get like a Netflix special or something." Like,
Yeah.
we'll see him get a special here shortly. But he's hilarious. He's really good. I don't know. I'd probably keep it at like those four, just as like my main four guys.
Yeah.
Probably those four. But
See, I don't know who I would have on a dream show because we've seen all like I would consider my like go-to that I can watch their specials every single day, all day, are like Sebastian, Nate, Tom, fucking. I could watch Big J. Not that I don't know that he has any specials per se, but I could watch his shit all fucking day. I love Shane's shit.
Joe.
See, I like Joe's, but it's like those people I can watch on repeat. I can watch even though I know the fucking joke in and out.
Chris.
I like his podcast more than I like his stand-up, which is weird because I fell in love with his stand-up.
Yeah.
And now that he does his podcast, I feel like he's more himself, even though it's like so exaggerated on his podcast. It's so funny, and it feels so like he's just coming up with it right then.
Yeah.
Do y'all go to the or have y'all ever looked at the Comedy Store in Huntsville?
No.
There is a comedy store in Huntsville, Alabama, and it's about 5-6 hours away from here. But dude, they get some crazy.
They
good
did
openers.
They did some kind of like a festival thing that we were looking at going to.
Yeah.
That Nate was at.
Yeah, but
there were a couple other.
But also there were some other people that we weren't so hot on, you know. But it was like it was confusing the way they had advertised it.
Yeah.
Like it was a few days, but it was like each comic individually advertised their day.
Yeah.
So I was confused if it was a festival or if
Yeah.
it was like 3 days in a row. These people are going to be back to back to back kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
I mean, usually like
confusing.
when I looked at the lineup a couple weeks ago, or this is a couple months ago. No, this was actually about a year ago. The dude from Full House,
Bob Saget.
Bob Saget.
He was going to be there.
Word.
But he was doing like a 3-night special, so I think he was doing like a Thursday, Friday, Saturday night set.
Yeah.
So they don't get like the top comedians out right now, but they get like the mid-lane guys.
I think when we saw it, it was like Theo, Nate,
There was
Brian
another.
Callen.
Was Chris
That's not
Stefano there?
I'm not. Oh, that was another one that like I would love to see Chris Stefano live.
Chris Stefano.
He is so good at just fucking
Oh, he's
Chrissy on
He's
the mic,
fucking
Chrissy
all
D,
over the
Chrissy
place,
D.
dude.
Dude,
I
fucking-
love him to death. Yeah.
I used to super love, but it's different now. I used to super love Andrew Santino. Like his specials, like the Comedy Central presents. I loved that. But then I felt like he has a different style of comedy, but I don't ever see his shit out anymore. I just see his podcast all the time.
Right.
Which I love him, and Bobby Lee's good too. Bobby Lee is super good too.
There's some kill.
There are
Louis
some killers.
C.K. is still going to
you
be
know who
one
might
of
be
those
the best
ones.
of them all? Brandon Shaw. No, that's cool.
So Louis
I'm
C.K. is
kidding,
still one that I would love
obviously.
to go see. I would love to see Louis.
Yeah, he
oh
was-
yes, how do we
Yeah,
forget about Louis?
I never
bro?
think about Louis, even though he was just on
See,
fucking Two Bears.
I would rather see Louis.
YMH, yeah.
just
I
on
would
YMH.
rather see Louis at like a dive bar.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Bill
I want to
Burr.
I want to see the dirt.
Bill Burr I want to see too. How do we not
Yeah,
talk
Bill
about that?
Oh God, yeah,
bro.
dude. I just had a client go see Bill Burr in Boston. He did Fenway, and I was
Holy
like,
shit.
dude, I,
I remember him
in
posting about
Fenway
that.
would be
Oh
fucking
my God,
ridiculous.
Dude, you know
I
Joe
can't
List.
imagine.
Yeah, I got
Joe
put
List is
Bill
pretty
Burr
good,
up there.
too.
I kind of just totally forgot about Bill. That one did y'all see the stand up? I'm sure you did. His latest one he did at Colorado.
Yeah.
Oh, Live at Red
He was
Rocks,
at
I
Red
think.
Yeah.
Rocks.
Yeah,
Killed it, dude.
I have yet to watch that
He
one yet.
fucking-
Oh my
he's
god,
have
just
not
a
watched it
killer,
yet,
dude.
yeah.
murdered that set. I mean,
He
that's
did that
just
one, and then he had
They have another one after that.
Bill Burr and Friends or something like that. That he brought up like 3 or 4 different comics.
That's where I think David Tell is on that. Like the
I think he is in that one.
yeah.
And there's a couple. Yeah, there's a couple newer comics that he brought up too. But yeah, he's a.
You
want to
see a good
too,
hidden
man.
set? Brad Paisley has a comedy special.
This is good.
He has
Really?
he has ish.
Yeah.
He's not doing stand up, but
Oh.
it's him and friends.
Okay.
So, but he has Nate on his, like Nate Bargatze, and Nate is like, fucking Brad Paisley calls him out. He's like, yo, next to the stage is Nate. Nate comes out and he goes, I'm glad you're still here. Play that song that I really like about you and your daughter or something. And he goes, I can't think of the name. And then he like starts giving out names and he's like, I don't know. Just play some of it. And then he starts playing something and he goes, yeah, I don't know. Maybe the end of it? And he starts playing the end of the song and he goes, no. Maybe give me somewhere in the middle, like a little bit of the chorus. And he's playing the chorus and he's like, I don't know, man. Maybe it's not that song. All right.
Yeah.
And then he starts to do his stand up. It's funny like how he interacted
right,
with it.
right.
But it makes you feel like I love when you see people that you don't know are that into comedy do comedy shit like that, like Brad Paisley.
Yeah.
I don't love country music at all, but I come from a background of having to be forced to listen to it, which is why I probably am like that. But I love that shit. I love the shit that I was forced to listen to.
That was why like roast I've always
Yeah.
been really good, because you see people who aren't necessarily comedians
Yeah.
getting up there and roasting someone and actually being funny. It's like, oh shit,
Yeah.
okay, Martha Stewart's kind of funny.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well,
Who knew?
you also got to wonder who wrote those.
Yeah.
That's true.
like,
too.
who are the
man,
roast
you think
writers?
They're ghost riding.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah,
Dude, that
100%.
sucks.
There's
Well,
a lot
Chris-
of people that openly talk about it.
Chris wrote for roast for a while. I
Shane
think.
Gillis writes for people all the time.
Yeah.
Mark Norman writes for people all the time for those.
Yeah.
Well, that
Tony
sucks.
Hinchcliffe is one
Well,
of the
that
main
sucks.
writers.
You think that have some genuine fucking like?
I'm
you got
sure
2
they
weeks
have
to
some-
prepare. Get your
Yeah.
fucking joke. Together.
You want to see somebody who wrote their own jokes? Look at the fucking Mike the Situation from Jersey Shore.
Yeah,
he
see,
wrote his own
bombed
jokes.
like a motherfucker.
Yeah, you see
Right.
how good that went.
Yeah.
Yeesh.
So I'm gonna take a little bit. I
Yeah,
can't
I'd probably
remember
have
what
to
it
have
was
Tom write me
called.
something then. Like I'm
can't-
not doing this by myself.
They did this shit on. I think it was Comedy Central. I don't think it was a show. I think it was like a 15-minute show thing that was like in between things. But what they would do would have like a celebrity or a random person go up, and they would be in their ear. They'd have an earpiece, and they would tell them the jokes to say.
See,
Did
that
you guys
would,
ever see this?
That would, man, like how would your timing be right? Because jokes are all about
Yeah.
timing and the way you
Yeah.
say things. Like,
But they
I
would
never
have
saw
like
that.
Gronk or somebody fucking crazy like that.
Could
go
you
on
imagine
stage.
Gronk doing his own stand up?
you just
And
be
it was like
fucking
David
Whoa.
Spade and Nikki Glazer did one. I think that was the Gronk one, or maybe that was the Blake Griffin one. Blake Griffin's funny.
Oh,
For him
I
to be
did
an
see
athlete?
this.
Dude, Drake is funny.
Oh
Dude,
no,
Drake
Drake! The Drake
actually
and the
does
Will
some-
Ferrell handshake.
That
He's like
shit's-
Dramon Green or not Dramon, but fucking. He's like DeMar Rosen.
Yeah.
DeMar, I say it, the less I like it. I was like, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Yeah, dude. There's some fucking funny celebrities. I think if I was like on Drake's level or something, like I know he gets into like rap battling and stuff, and he'll be on stage when they do rap battles in the Six
Yeah.
or whatnot. But like,
And the six.
do y'all know about
Air
rap battles?
quotes.
There's this like promotion called K Dot or King of the Dot or something like that. I don't know what the dot per se is, but it's like you got to get into rap battle.
Department of Transportation.
Yeah, king of the Department of Transportation. They fucking
Pretty
crush
sick.
it. But like, he'd be on stage and like he'd put a lot of money into the show, so it'd be better. So like he'd get the best rappers out.
Yeah.
I would do something like that for stand up if I was filthy rich. I'd be like, dude, I'm gonna buy Red Rocks for 3 days, and I'm gonna pay. Like if I was Elon, I'm gonna give everybody $1 million. Y'all are playing these 3 days, and it's gonna be the best. It's gonna be like Woodstock, but for comedy.
See, I think Tony
Why
is
is that
doing
not
that
done?
on his level
I
that
mean,
he can.
I mean,
Tony,
Hinchcliffe, we kill Tony.
you think he can do that?
Well, no, I'm saying I think he's doing that at his level. You see what I'm saying? Like he's doing something for comedy with that. Not to that level,
Yeah,
but like,
I mean, not even remotely close.
yeah,
You're
but
talking about Kill Tony, where he's doing like
Yeah.
that. Yeah, but no, I'm talking. Yeah, I kind of get.
yeah,
what
he's
you're
giving
saying.
them the opportunity. You know, like
Yeah, but I would just be buying people. Like now, I own a part of your life, and
Well,
I have enough
that's-
money. Like maybe
to
Joe.
own you.
Yeah, I own you
Jesus.
for one night for 30 minutes. $1 million for 30 minutes? You wouldn't do?
What are you talking about? Are you asking me this question?
No, I would never hire you. To
Like
do
I'm
stand-up.
so confused now.
No, I would probably at that point. I would just start hiring people that I was like, let's get fucking Tom Cruise out there and do a
think
set.
Rogan's like the only one who's got that kind of money.
Yeah. Well, dude, I hope he does some sort of like Austin
Hey man,
Woodstock.
have y'all been out to Austin?
No.
Me neither, but I hear it's fucking awesome. And I
Hey
hear,
man, you're
like,
gonna have
the
to
main
tell us
strip-
when you come back.
Yeah.
Fucking-
Let us know how it
Yes,
is.
sir.
Hey, we best friends now. Okay. Dude,
But-
we all got to go to a comedy show. Dude.
Oh, for sure.
Oh, that'd be
Yeah.
sick.
Yeah,
Yeah, fuck yeah.
absolutely.
I mean, it doesn't even have to be anybody big. It could be like a local spot or something. But like, that would be fucking wild, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
For
Fuck
sure.
yeah.
Yeah, I heard the like. Have you you've heard of the Vulcan, right?
Yeah.
Like his apparently they get some crazy good comedians that roll up in there, and it's a badass venue from just like the pictures I've seen and everything.
Yeah,
so.
that, and there's another
Definitely
one
gotta hit
called
that
the
up.
Creek and the Cave or something. That's also there in Austin that they do a lot. I don't know if it's literally near water. That would be dope. Have like shit near water. Shit's always nice near water, you know? Like
When you
river
put something
shit.
near water, bro,
Yeah.
the value goes way the fuck up.
That sounds like some Theo
You know
Vaughn
what I'm
shit.
saying?
Man, I just want a place near the water.
I'm just trying to buy a house next to water, dog.
Yeah, it could be portable water, but it gotta be
Yeah.
wet near.
Portable water.
Yeah, dude. Fucking pool on wheels. I like it, man.
Yeah, dude. Appraisal's up, dog.
Yeah,
Next to
dude.
some water, next to a nice little creek.
Damn it, dude. Do you have anything dropping with your beard company coming up soon, or anything you want to announce on?
No.
Before we get
Well,
outta here?
right now we're doing some expansion. We're going to be going out to, we have a salon called El Rose, which is y'all know Mumbles.
Yeah, Johnny
Or-
Mumbles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His wife just opened up a salon on Pace where the
sick.
old
He's super good. By
where
the way.
the old Hula Moon used to be.
Word.
Oh, word.
And
In the same spot.
yeah, they redid
Wow,
the whole
okay.
thing. So they're going to start carrying the beard balm there. And we're just going to start expanding out to different shops that will be announced on our Instagram page at Thompson Beard Balm. And yeah, just if you need a haircut, beard trim, holler at me.
Word. Well, if we
Yeah.
ever get to that level, dude,
Yeah, yeah. If we ever,
I think I can handle this.
his fucking.
I've handled it for a while now.
yeah.
Doing good.
You know, and we just evolved from Peach Fuzz, so I
Yeah.
mean, we're on the course hair now.
Thick
It's looking
thick
thick.
boy.
And thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's been a long. This is a year and a half or something. I mean, I've been cutting it on my lip.
Right.
But I mean, thickness.
Right. The
We
depth,
get in there.
It's
Yeah.
there.
Depth.
For sure.
I got character play going on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, dude. It's fucking.
You
there's
you
some
missed it. I
shit going
shaved my
on.
actual beard. Okay. So is there anywhere anybody can get this online?
Not yet. Before I started doing or wanting to do retail sales, we're just going to try to get it evolved in Pensacola as much as
Yeah.
possible first. Trying to do wholesaling. I'm hoping by maybe this time next year, or like a 6 to 12 month plan, is to be in somewhere between 6 to 8 other barbershops or salons in the area. That's my goal. And then maybe after then, we'll think about doing like online sales or something
Yeah.
like that. So
Word.
it's a slow process, but like this isn't my main thing. It's my side thing. So
Yeah.
I'm just having fun with it right now and seeing
Hell
kind of
yeah.
where it takes me. So
Fuck
And
yeah,
then
dude.
socials for people to holler at you.
yeah, it's Chase_TSON for my main Instagram page, and then Thompson Beard Balm on Instagram for that page.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yep.
Well, good shit,
And
bro.
I'm at Wilford's Barbershop downtown Pensacola.
Absolutely.
Pull
bro.
up, dog.
Sure.
Dude, living the fucking dream over here. dude.
Yeah, hell
trying
yeah,
to, man.
bro.
Trying to.
Well, good shit, man.
Well, before we get out of here,
Oh yeah. Fuck.
I don't normally grab this, but I have to erase something before we say it. You want to just fucking start rattling off some shit, dude?
Yeah. First up, we got our homie Chauncey down at Sacred Grounds. You guys have seen him on the podcast a couple times. He's got his own podcast now. Check it out. What,
Heretic Social Club? Yes, sir.
But if you're looking to get getting tattoos done or any art stuff, go check out Chauncey Fury
He's
on
doing
Instagram.
this piece for the Kennedy, and it's like a layered art piece where it's going to have LED lights, but it's like multiple pieces where they're split in half, and inside of that is another thing that's split in half, and inside of that, it's going to be sick, dude. I was watching him do it. God, he's just crazy talented, and the things that they come up with, like, I mean, we have stickers by them fucking
There's some on the table.
on the table. Not any free, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, we had some, but
But yeah, if you're looking
Yeah.
at getting any shit done or looking for art to hang in a hizzy or, you know, a business or anything like that, holler at the boys. Holler at Chauncey. It is Chauncey Fury, right? Is there an underscore?
at Chauncey.
At Chauncey. Oh, at Chauncey.
at
that's
Chauncey, which is wild that he got the one.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
The one and only.
Hard to get that.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
at Sacred Grounds,
Yep.
I think that's just Sacred Grounds. Yeah, maybe we should fucking know that, you know? But that's fine. Also, he's the one that connected us.
Yeah.
So fucking shout out to
Shout out
Chauncey
Chauncey.
for not only doing killer work, but also
Appreciate
like hooking it up for the boys. The next one we want to give a shout out to, over the weekend, it just happened, but submission or Southeastern Submission Classic just happened, and Panacea was there. A Lifestyle Experiment was there. Leglock Assassins was there. There were so many people there. They gave away $1,000 cash and a belt. And the new Lifestyle Experiment drop happened there. So Some of you guys might have already seen this in person, but it's a black and white drop of the maroon and the mint rash guards that we post on our social media all the time. But yeah, dude, Rich is killing it. Like, you guys should be able to go over to his website by the time this comes out and DM him for a special order for something. Or his website should be fully up by that point. And I'm going to announce this already. I mean, he's going to be happy, I'm sure. He has shirts coming out, so be on the lookout for those. They should be dropping, like, within a week of the rash guards or so, something.
Yeah.
They're going to be dope.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
I'm stoked to get a couple of those for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, always the best quality shit. We always talk about it. Yeah, the highest level of quality, and he cares about. That's his big thing is the quality of the merchandise he puts out. So if you're a person that pays attention to that kind of stuff, that's definitely a crew to go through. So yeah, keep an eye on them.
Absolutely,
Sure.
and he was there at the Southeastern Submission Classic coaching with his team, Remedy and Panacea. And October 1st, Helio Seneca will be at Panacea Martial Arts in Foley. And there's going to be some big shit go down that day. Like,
Really?
like, big. Like,
Oh wow.
yeah, like,
Really?
life-changing big. So, like, it's going to be big.
Wow.
You don't want to miss that. It's going to be great for the team out there. And
Fucking October
just
1st, dog.
October 1st, be there.
Panacea in the new gym, the fucking gigantic gym.
Absolutely. You're going to pack out the fucking... Like, dude, we were there for a family day, or I was there for a family day, like, 3 weeks ago, and I was like, it's the first family day in this new gym. We're probably only going to pack out half the mats. It already packed out all the mats.
That's awesome.
It's like, how the
crazy.
fuck do you fill that space that fast already?
Yeah. That's super cool.
Hey, in Foley, they don't stop making kids, okay? There's not a lot going on in Foley, but they're practicing.
That's where they make them.
Making
Outlet
kids.
Mall.
Yeah.
Fucking.
Dude.
Fucking.
And guess what? Now they're gonna be fighting. So
Yeah, very true. Better watch out, dude.
fighting,
Watch out,
fucking,
bro.
and
Fighting and fucking, baby. That's
and
all we
deals.
do.
Deals
Fighting
on Nike
fucking
shoes.
Fighting
Yeah.
fucking
a t-shirt
Foley.
right there.
It's
Triple
gonna
F,
be
baby.
It's gonna be crazy. But shout out to Rich. Shout out to Tony. Shout out to Trey for his tournament. Shout out to Chauncey.
Kazushi Club Pensacola, baby.
Dude, absolutely.
Fucking some killers. We just had, by the time this comes out,
Dude, ADCC Open.
ADCC Open, the homies went
which is
through
what
and
you're watching
fucking
right here.
killed it.
This is ADCC, but what Lil Keychain, Casey Overby, and Derek Overby, Big Keychain.
Big keychain.
I guess.
Little more.
They're competing in an open style tournament of this. This is like the best 8 people, or is it 16?
16.
16 people in the world in their weight class. But the open is like anybody can go to the open, but not anybody's going to be at the open. It's going to be the best people
It's
at
gonna
the
be
open.
fucking killers.
So our head coach and his little brother,
Low
Low
keychain.
Keychain, will be there, and they're going to be competing in it. And for sure, they're going to win it.
They're
And
fucking
if
murder.
either one of them want to fight, the absolute. They only weigh 110.
16 pounds.
Yeah,
Derek weighed in
116
116 pounds.
We're
the
not
other day.
exaggerating.
Yeah.
Maybe
Seriously.
Derek's 120 right now. I don't know. He looked a little shredded.
Yeah,
I mean, what is 4 pounds? He could have drank a bottle of water. You know
that's
what I'm
true.
saying?
That's also true.
That's a lot of weight on his body.
Yeah.
But they would have won the absolute, which was $10,000. So we will take a donation at any point in time. Okay. So.
But yeah, Kazushi Club Pensacola down there, 3101 Easter Vannies. I'm
I
pretty
think
sure
so.
is the address. But
It's
if
right
you
next
type
to
in
Domino's.
Kazushi Club Pensacola, it'll pull up. Room full of amazing people, killers, absolute killers.
Dude.
But yeah, classes Monday, Wednesday, and Friday morning. Monday, Wednesday, Friday morning, and then night classes, and then open mats on Saturdays. So slide through, come hang out, come check it out. You get a week free in the beginning to roll around with the homies and learn some shit, and then yeah, you're gonna fall in love with it for sure. So.
Absolutely. And then we got Sean Mullins at Pensacola Vibes up next. Nobody does video like he does in the area. Nobody does things like he does. He goes off grid, beautiful pictures of beautiful people, of beautiful locations.
Yeah. Homie
Pensacola
got Springs.
Panhandle Springs.
Panhandle Springs.
Yeah, dude. All right, Pensacola Vibes and Panhandle Springs. Like, both of those pages are his, and they're absolutely crushing it. You're not going to get a better visual on whatever you're trying to capture than what he can create. Okay,
100%.
Absolutely,
It's a vibe.
it's a vibe.
It's a vibe.
It's not just a Pensacola vibe.
It's
It's a worldwide vibe.
It's a vibe. Up next, we got our homies at Rustic Spoon downtown at Emerald Public Brewing Company.
Yes.
You hear us talk about their food. You see us post their food quite a bit too. But Rusty Strain, the homie, one of our best buds, and one of the greatest people you're ever gonna
Rusty
meet.
Strain, Zach Lukers, Christopher Eubanks, EMCO, I think is the dude's handle. I can't remember his name. Hunter, which we just met, which needs to start jiu-jitsu soon. So
Yeah.
shout
Pull
out
up.
to your boy. You need to come slide through. All the boys are killing it in the truck.
Yeah. Constant changing menu. They just talked last time they were on the podcast about how they're ready to like spread their wings and really like fucking just do what they want to do. So they're gonna be doing a lot of cool new shit.
They're
changing.
doing a Galactus burger,
Yep,
which is
they're
like
doing-
a 3-pound plate of burger, fries, and I don't know if they're gonna have a side to that or if it's just gonna be 3 pounds of burger and fries, which is a lot. But they're gonna have that for one of their Campfire Fun events. And their Campfire Fun is also doing like a cornhole tournament at Emerald Republic, which Rusty will also be catering. So it's
Yeah.
gonna be like a whole amalgam of cool shit
Amalgam.
going down.
He just made that word up, so it's fine.
Yeah. You like it?
But yeah,
Sounds
fucking
cool. Rolls right in the tongue.
yeah. A Rustic Spoon, go check him out. Like
Yeah.
we said, Emerald Public Brewing Company, fucking banging ass food and banging ass people. So
And with all these companies that
Yeah.
are coming up with like Thompson Beard and fucking
okay, yeah,
Thompson Beard Bomb
Yeah.
and fucking a Rustic Spoon and all these companies that are needing places like Mrs. Jones Coffee, who could they go to get a building?
why don't you tell us, baby?
I mean, it could be you,
Could be.
or it
Or-
could be Joshua George.
There it is. I love it.
Realty connections, bro. If you're looking for a dope place, a dope person to learn it from, somebody that's not going to lead you down like the wrong path, that is genuinely trying to get you a good place and give you honest opinions on what you should do next, he's going to be the guy. I don't own anything, so I probably didn't take his advice, but okay, so but he will give you the steps that you need to take in order to get something set up for yourself. I absolutely highly suggest going to him. He also does things like philanthropy is like when you,
Philanthropy.
but that's when you like,
That's a tough one.
Yeah.
but that's when you
A lot
go.
of syllables on that.
Hey.
Most of them are tough for him. I ain't gonna front.
That's when you extend yourself to
Yeah,
the
yeah,
community,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
He does.
He-
He's a philanthropist.
There's no chur. It's the
It's a what now?
philanthropist. Throw.
Say it.
Philanthropist?
Philanthropist.
Nope, still not it. But he's one of those though. So,
Full on rate. I mean, philanthropist. Philanthropist.
no. There's no tra.
Philanthropist.
Thera.
Philanthropist. What?
Therapist? No, philanthropist.
Philanthropist.
There you go. That's it.
Philanthropist. He's a philanthropist. Am I saying it
Rolls
right now?
right off the tongue.
Yeah, there you go.
Amalgamism.
Well, we're fucking getting out on
Okay,
that. So,
yeah.
dude, thank you
Hey,
so much for
appreciate
coming
you
out.
having me,
yeah.
man. It was
Thank
great.
you for coming and
Absolutely
hanging out,
a
man.
pleasure.
Anytime,
bro.
anytime.
We appreciate it. So, hell yeah. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for listening. We're getting the fuck up out of here. We love you. Yee, 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 yee.